HOA president faked a wildlife complaint. She didn't know I work for State Fish and Game. Karen Rosewood ruled Meadowview Estates with an iron grip as HOA president. Her every word law in our quiet Colorado suburb. Her latest campaign? A crusade against a supposed mountain lion prowling our streets. At the town meeting, she waved photos of mangled trash cans, her voice trembling with rehearsed fear. Neighbors gasped, clutching their kids. I sat in the back, arms crossed, my State Fish and Game badge tucked under my jacket. Karen didn't know I was the one who'd investigate her claim. Her story reeked of exaggeration. Mountain lions rarely ventured this far into suburb, and her evidence-scratched bins and a blurry trail Kim Schott felt staged. I spent days interviewing residents. Most shrugged, admitting they'd seen raccoons, not lions. One neighbor, Mrs. Delaney, a frail widow, hesitated before whispering, "Karen told me to back her story, or she'd fine me for my overgrown roses." That was my first red flag. I set up motion cameras near the alleged sightings. For 3 nights, nothing but deer and stray cats. Then, at 2 a.m., my phone pinged with an alert. The footage showed Karen herself, sneaking through a backyard, scattering trash and clawing at a bin with a garden tool. My blood boiled. She was fabricating the threat to push her agenda-stricter pet laws to ban outdoor cats. A cause she'd obsessed over since her poodle vanished last year. The next day, I confronted her at the community park. Karen stood by the pond, clipboard in hand, barking orders at a landscaping crew. "You're wasting my time, officer." She scoffed when I approached, her eyes narrowing. "There's a lion. Do your job." I held up my tablet, playing the video. Her face drained of color. Neighbors gathered, drawn by her rising voice as she screamed, "This is entrapment. You're all against me." Mrs. Delaney shuffled forward, her voice quaking. "I saw you, Karen. You scared my grandson, telling him he'd be eaten." The crowd murmured, turning on their once trusted leader. Karen's mask of authority crumbled, but she doubled down, accusing me of tampering with evidence. That's when the twist came. Jake, a shy teenager who mowed lawns for Karen, stepped from the crowd. I found her poodle's tags, he stammered, holding up a muddy collar. In her backyard, buried under her roses. The crowd gasped. Karen had blamed a wild animal for her pet's death. But the truth was darker. She neglected her dog, let it starve, and spun a lie to save face. The confrontation erupted. Karen lunged at Jake, but I stepped between them, my voice steady. "You're done, Karen." The crowd closed in, not with violence but with questions. Their trust shattered. She fled, her clipboard abandoned on the grass. Days later, the HOA board ousted her. My report led to fines for falsifying a wildlife complaint, but the real punishment was her exile. Neighbors shunned her, her lies exposed. Yet the victory felt hollow. Jake, shaken by his role in her downfall, quit mowing lawns. Mrs. Delaney stopped tending her roses, haunted by Karen's threats. The community fractured, split between those who pitied Karen and those who despised her. I drove past her house weeks later, dark, empty, a for sale sign staked in the yard. She'd moved away, but the bitterness lingered. Karen's lie hadn't just endangered pets. It had torn the fabric of our town, revealing how fragile trust could be. The irony stung. As a wildlife officer, I protected animals from humans, but this time the predator was one of us. Karen's desperation for control had birthed a monster she claimed to fight. I wondered if she'd ever face her guilt, or if she'd just weave a new story elsewhere. The poodle's collar, now in my office, sat as a grim reminder. The wildest threats often hide in human hearts. What do you think, was justice served? Or did the truth cost our community too much? Share your thoughts.